G'day guys, this is Captainoob and this is the Accuracy International AWN Arctic Warfare Magnum. So this is a standalone rifle weapon of British design, and I could actually tell this one was British design before I actually went up and looked at what it was, because it's similar looking to the L96 from Battlefield 1, Battlefield 3 and 4. So this thing obviously fires a 338 lapua rounds, which are going to be pretty powerful, I reckon. So getting into these attachments, first of all we've got the black chassis with a special one there, and the green and tan if you feel like it. The thing that makes the black chassis special, it's got a little bit of a decal there. And I think it'd make a little bit more sense if that skull there was like the gunner decal skull, and that would, yeah, that'd make it look a little bit better and more suited to this game. But it's fine how it is. So next up for the barrels, obviously you want to put the longest barrel on here for better damage, because longer barrel equals better velocity, yada yada yada. And yeah, with these longer barrels you'll actually get better damage. Anyway, for the magazines, we'll chuck the 8-round magazine in because less reloading is better. And for the sights, we'll go ahead and chuck on that one, and we'll get to the function of that later, but that is actually an adjustable sight, which is kind of neat. Next up, for the muzzle attachments, obviously we're going to attach a suppressor onto here just because of the benefits that it gives you, including damage and stealth capability, so that's nice. And for the bipods, we'll have it off for now, but we'll get some use out of that flipped on, as you'll see very soon. We can make this fire 300 Winchesters, but that would lower the damage to a point where I wouldn't really want to use it, because 943 damage is definitely very impressive for this, so we'll leave that as that. And you can change these things if you feel like it. I'll just leave it at armor piercing, and of course the legendary effect here if it isn't quite doing it for you. And if 943 isn't quite doing it for you, then what are you doing, eh? Anyway, that's our Accuracy International sniper thingy. Let's get into Gunners Plaza and see how it goes. Right, so here we are in Gunners Plaza, and here we are with our AWM. So see that turret over there? We sort of scope in and we have all this scope sway to worry about. I mean, it's not really going to affect our aim there. We're pretty much filling up the crosshairs with turret there, but if we switch the bipod on, which I've got on the hotkeys here, just wait a second while the game just thinks about it for a bit. There we are. Bipod's down, and as you can see it's down in third person as well. We crouch down here, we can lean our bipod immersively up on that, and we can scope in here and not have to worry about scope sway. You don't actually have to be leaning your bipod on anything. You can actually do just fine without, you can just completely stand up fine and it'll have no scope sway. The way they penalize you is just having your movement speed so slow, and oh god, that screen shake. So yeah, I'll just come out of the scope now, just press the button and switch the scope in. So now we've got a reflex sight, and we'll come out of crouch. And as you can see there, we've got very low movement speed. If we go ahead and take that bipod off, if the game could just let me do that. As you can tell, yeah, without that bipod, we've got a whole lot of movement back, which is nice. But anyway, this thing is fitted better for the close quarters encounters that we'd have at Gunners Plaza, so we'll go ahead and shoot them like that, and we don't have to worry about this thing being a sniper or being an actual sniper weapon for the sniper pack to actually knock people down. All the modern firearm weapons do that anyway. And there's a look at that reload animation. So these are using the right-handed hunting rifle animations that I've showed a couple of weeks back there. So it's a good animation set. I mean, they're kind of janky compared to the stuff that War Daddy has given us in the past, but yeah, nothing to complain about there. We'll just quickly, nope, and we'll just go up nice and close to him. And oh, we got a little bit of a stagger there, so a flinch. We'll just finish him off in VATS because we're lazy and don't feel like aiming. So we'll reload that, and we'll switch the scope back on. There it is. Man, it takes a little while here in Gunners Plaza. In fact, it even took it off again. There we go. Got the scope back on now. Don't have to worry about...
What?
Oh, damn it. All the animation screwed me over. Okay, you get to die by that. Okay, so we've got the bipod on and the scope on, so that means we can return to sniping very easily here without any scope sway. So you can die, you can die, you can die since you're standing there nice and still. You too, mate. And we'll creep in a little bit. You can die. We'll get you killed again. and we've got a little bit of a turret that's angry at me. We'll just pull away whilst it fires its burst at us, and then we'll come back once it gets a little bit less bored. Yeah, might as well pop a reload whilst we're waiting. That turret still is trying to find me, so we'll just go ahead and make sure it's dead. Don't have to worry about that turret as much. It's only a Mark 1, and it is not explosive, so it won't throw your aim all around by doing that. But there you have it. With all these attachments you can put on it, and all the switching out, you can make yourself... it's a lot of fun using these rifles that are modular and actually able to change on the fly. And whilst the way they do it is kind of strange. You sort of press a hotkey and then it gives you a duplicate of the weapon without the bipod thing. It's actually a pretty neat way to do it without any sort of script extender stuff. So we'll quickly just finish off the rest of these guns. It's probably a good idea to put the scope back on at this point because we're still running with the bipod, so we might as well just do this with the scope then. So we'll just wait for you to pop up out of bad hitboxes and shoot you. Never knew what hit her. And one more left. We'll quickly just creep up here a little bit. Try to get her attention with that shot if we can't make it. And now you're dead. So there you have it. That was the Accuracy International AWM Sniper Rifle in Gunners Plaza. You're going to do a ton of damage with this, so yeah, it's going to be a fun weapon to use. It's actual worthy bolt action rifle type weapon, and it even out damages the vanilla Gauss rifle. But the whole reason why these modern weapons do so much damage is just to give the weapons a little bit more realism, because would you know, being shot in the head 3 times with 50 cals, you probably wouldn't survive it. Anyway, we'll move on to Swan now and rip him a new one. Righto, so there's Swan over there. We've got this thing with the scope and the bipod, so sniping him is going to be very easy. But since he's such a large target, we'll take that bipod off, so press the hotkey. And now we don't have such a horrible movement penalty whilst we're aiming down sights, which is nice. And for some reason, it's just a thing with the sniper rifle in this game. If you scope out whilst you're rechambering, it'll go through a reload animation. So we got to stop that right now. We'll go ahead and go back to the reflex sight there. And as you can tell, we're getting a lot better hits there, because every time we come out of aiming down sights, we aren't reloading the thing, and of course we aren't getting that horrible tunnel vision either. So of course, this thing being a part of the modern Firearms mod, by the default it's going to stagger Swan a little bit, which is nice. And we don't have a scope on this, but I'm pretty sure the stagger's a good enough substitute for the knockdown. We'll go ahead and shoot him in VATS a little bit, just to up our DPS a little bit, because compared to real time we're actually shooting him quite fast, because everything else in slow motion but we're not. And don't forget to reload the thing. We'll go ahead and just give her a crit to remind her that she needs to put more bullets in the weapon to actually make it fire. So with that VATS run done, we did pretty good there. So we'll go ahead and just try to target his face some more for that extra damage. And as you can tell, we're getting about 1500 damage with the headshots there, which is really good with all the sneak attack criticals. If you calculate this without all the level difference, I'd actually be doing quite a little bit more damage. But since this dude is such a higher level than me, he's getting a little bit of extra damage resistance here. Having trouble locking onto his head here. I think it's due to the first person perspective. We'll go ahead and reload that and quickly finish him off now. And you know what, you can have yourself a crit to finish you off, all nice and cinematic like. And down Swan goes. Never knew what hit him. And wow, off he goes too. Yep, so there you have it. That was the AWM against Swan. Basically, that's how you sort of want to play monsters with this weapon. Just sort of sit back, taking as many sneak attack criticals as you can, and you'll find yourself surviving pretty well. So yeah, that's about it for the monsters. What we'll do now is finish off this video with a little bit more sniping, I reckon. Righto, so instead of starting from the bottom here at Quincy, we're starting from the top. So want to make this a proper sniper weapon here for zero scope sway. So I've just pressed the bipod button. Now the bipod's up, and now we have a full scope there to take out targets from a long distance without having to worry about too much inaccuracy, or we don't have to hold our breath, because yeah, that's an interesting little thing for this weapon. Anyway, so what we've got right here is a dude in power armor who is floating, possibly possessed by the devil. We might just sneak a little bit close here to actually scope out what's going on. Okay, this is creepy. I'm just going to... Okay, he hasn't even got a head for me to shoot. We'll just have to kill him with gratuitous torso crits. There we go. So whenever you're encountered by some sort of demon dude... Oh, he actually got out of his possessed power armor. Good on him. Yep. So whenever you're encountered by a demon, just make sure you've got a AWM and a crit to spare. So with that, we'll just go ahead and take out the rocket launcher dude who sits on top of the church. And we've aggroed someone there. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. But what to do next is to take out this turret. And that explosion probably turned a few heads, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Now there's bloke usually by that little fireplace there, but we'll go ahead and shoot the chick who's sitting on the floor, and we've tripped the alarms there with some guy, so we'll drop him quickly before he can get help. Somebody said something there. I saw the brief subtitles come up there, but I think we're nice and fine. Still in hidden. Where's that bloke who sits behind there? I don't think I've killed him just yet. We'll just sneak up to him, and he's not even there. He might be on Smoko, so he'll probably be back next week, eh? Alright, so next up, we'll just snipe away these dudes, and look at that scope decal going. That's actually kind of cool. Okay, that one's alarmed. He goes down. Got another captain down there. Down he goes. Again, that 900 damage is with all of the sneak attack critical multipliers. We're doing very well here. So I saw another bloke here, just another captain. That's fine. Where are you, mate? Come out. Come out into the open. Hiding will be seen as an act of aggression. Alright, we might have to go close quarters with him, so we'll prepare for that with the reflex sight. And have we got the bipod still up? Okay, now we don't. Alright, so now we've got this thing set for close quarters, wherever he may be. Wow, he's proving to be elusive. What if we... oh, there you are. Damn it, he just got out of my range before I got him. So, down you go. We'll just gun bash him to death, I suppose. And now that we're in danger, we can find out where the rest of these people are. And it looks like I've done a pretty good job cleaning them up for the most part. So what have we got here? Just a dude in here, I reckon. So, there you are.
Put your hands up.
Can't pacify him. He said shit at his own grenade. Good job, man. You're a good gunner. Alright, you can go down. Ooh, we can gun bash him in one hit. I suppose that's another thing about the... Okay, now all the gunners here. It's on for young and old now. We'll quickly kill them. Knocked you down. We'll finish you off with a gun bash. So it looks like even in close quarters, as long as you can get a good knockdown on them, you can finish them off with a cheeky little gun bash. And that'll be enough. Now, where's that bloody robot? Usually the robot shows up at this point. Doesn't matter, looks like it hasn't shown. So at this point, we'll go ahead and try to take out the blokes who are on watch here. And there's usually some stealth boy dude in the church, so we'll take him out as much as we can. Don't know how we didn't hit him. Probably dodgy camera perspective. I've got this camera slightly altered, so that's probably why I'm missing all the time. There we go, that's better. Just need to aim a little bit below them, and that works. So the last thing to kill is probably that bloody robot, that Assaultron. So we'll finish them off nice and fast as soon as I can bloody get around to it. But the ability to change this thing's on the fly to a sort of a close quarters weapon. Oh, okay, you're hitting hard. You get to die through a crit, my friend. Down you go. And that bloody robot's coming up too. Oh, he bloody staggered me through there. Uh-oh, don't be charging up that death laser on me. Haha, no scope you to death, mate. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm trying out for phase next week. It's going to be amazing. So I think that is just about it for Quincy. There might be just one turret left if I hadn't got him before. Nope. Alright, that is definitely it for Quincy. So, if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description below. There shall be a link there for this one on PC and Xbox One alike, and PS4 players, since you guys don't get, assets, then yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, you guys can't get this one, which is a shame because this weapon mod is actually really good, and despite it being less quality than some of the dedicated weapon mods, the weapons that you find in here are a lot of fun to use. So yeah, being able to change the sort of the strengths of the weapon on the fly using the switching out system is actually really good, and I hope some more mods in the future incorporate this. But yeah, that's about enough from me. Thank you for watching, guys.